Hello, this is Michael McGuire with the California Elder Law Center, back with you to discuss really important issues that help you as a middle-class family answer those two mega questions that you got to have the answers to when it comes to long-term care for a senior. How are you going to pay for the care, and who's going to take care of you? In our last session, we talked about Medicare and the healthcare system. Now we need to talk about when you get to the level of convalescent care, what are your choices to pay for this? Well, here they are. Your first choice is just to write the checks. If you are unfortunate enough to need to use a nursing home and you're facing $6,840 a month, then write the check. Usually a middle-class family writes the check out of their savings account until the money's all gone. And then they need to think about selling the house. And as they go through this process, it may work for a single person to do it that way, but for a married couple, it's pretty brutal. What does the spouse at home, the healthy spouse, do when the money is all gone? Your second choice is long-term care insurance. Long-term care insurance is a wonderful alternative to help pay for these expenses. Long-term care insurance, in all honesty, is designed to be sold to people between the ages of 50 and 60 years of age. For people over 65 years of age, it starts to become very expensive. And the other problem with it is that you have to be healthy. You have to be in good health to qualify for it. It's sort of like life insurance. A drawback to long-term care insurance is the fact that it usually has a pretty substantial deductible. That deductible is 90 days to 100 days worth of care. At these rates, that means that you're going to be out of pocket $20,000 before the policy ever kicks in. We're all big proponents of long-term care insurance at the California Elder Law Center, but it has to be something that's available to you now to help take care of the problem. If you're facing the issue of how am I going to pay for long-term care now, it's too late for long-term care insurance. Your third choice is a choice that was probably far more popular in this country about 50 years ago, and that is have your children pay for it. Their estate, your whole estate is going to them, and as a result of that, then they should all be willing to chip in. But they have to be willing to chip in and help pay for your care every month. It can't be just a one-time deal. It has to be something consistently because we don't know how long you're going to need the care. The problem with this program is, of course, is many times the families are not in a financial position to take that burden on. A fourth choice might be the use of a reverse mortgage. To take the reverse mortgage is a process for you to take the equity in your home and convert that either into a lump sum of savings and a financial reserve and or a monthly check. The reverse mortgage industry is in a bit of turmoil right now. It's getting harder to get them because the amount of equity in the homes has to be far more than it actually is in the marketplace. And as a result, it's not the easiest thing. It's not as easy as it used to be. It's a little less expensive than it used to be, but still, I think the reverse mortgage industry is something that is in turmoil, and you should recognize that. Your last choice is what Consumer Reports magazine said you should have done in the first place. You should look into the entitlements in the state in which you live. That program is called Medicaid. It was signed into law in July of 1965 on the same day that Lyndon Johnson signed Medicare into law. Medicaid is a program that gives access to medical care for people in the United States that are low income. Access to public benefits are all built on the same chassis. It's based upon your income. If you understand that process, then you go a long ways towards being in a position to access the benefits that you need and deserve. In the next session, I'm going to show you exactly how these programs evolved and how they work, and what the key is for you to get access to up to $6,800 a month, potentially, in benefits through the Medi-Cal program here in California for long-term care, or to get close to $24,000 a year in benefits underneath the Veterans Administration program for veterans and their spouses. So stay tuned. This stuff just gets better.